Yo, what's going on, everybody? GZTV, very late at night. It's a Saturday, though. I'm not too worried. I don't really have anything to do tomorrow. I know my TV's blaring in my face and it's taking off the focus, but it's a little extra lighting in here because I don't really have a lot of lighting going on. It's like pitch black in here. I'm about to go to bed and watch some YouTube before I go to bed. But we had 4 NBA matches, games. Why do I keep calling them matches? I just got done watching UFC. That was pretty interesting. I watched a little bit of NBA basketball, not a whole lot, maybe a little bit, just tidbits of each game. I saw some highlights, yada yada yada. But I'm here to talk about the 4 games, so this is gonna be a pretty short video. Let's just get into Pacers and Sixers because we see our first headline of Embiid snapping 41 points, 20 rebounds, trying to make his MVP case. I know with the recency bias, all these NBA fans are going to be like Joel Embiid MVP, but the compelling, the amazing stats that have Nikola Jokic have been able to put up this season are just unreal. You can't deny them. Sixers beat the Pacers. That's not saying too much. Pacers are out of the playoffs. They don't have any hope really. Maybe next season. But looking at the Pacers, I mean, they didn't play that bad. It's just the Sixers played better. I mean, 20 points for O'Shea Brissett. Obviously, he's their only good performer. He's a rising star in the league. I'm really happy to see what he's been doing. But, I mean, when you got a guy putting up 41 and 20 in Embiid, James Harden put up 22 and 14, so that adds to the fire. So, what are you going to do? I mean, the Sixers are just a great basketball team. Let's move on to the Pelicans and Grizzlies. Ja Morant returned. Back-to-back headlines. The return of Ja Morant. And again, my face is... I have a weird focus option on my camera. I'm not really sure what it is. I might try to fix that sometime. I got to get into the Razer software because it is a Razer Ring camera, if you guys were ever wondering. But Pelicans get shit on. And that's not a good look because, I mean, they got a lot of pressure on them. They're going into the play-in tournament, which is cool. I really like that they're in the play-in tournament. They're definitely a likable team. But, I mean, Hernan Gomez put up 15 and 10 off the bench, and that's about it. Struggling night for Herbert Jones. He played 17 minutes and put up 4 points. It was a very interesting game, minutes distribution-wise. I don't know. It was really interesting. Looking at the Grizzlies, 23 for Dillon Brooks. Ja Morant has a solid return with 21. Brandon Clark comes off the bench and puts up 20, so that's a nice little add-on. MLB's starting, so I guess that's cool. I don't really give a damn. I'm more of a basketball fan, but when basketball's over, I might have to peek into the baseball. The UFC, we will have to see, but that's besides the point. Let's move on to Warriors and Spurs. Warriors hold off the Spurs and maintain a hold on the 3rd seed. So, yeah, it looks like the Warriors are going to be the 3rd seed going into the playoffs, which isn't really ideal. But, I mean, you have one of the best teams in recent years in the Phoenix Suns. Honestly, it might be one of the best teams since Dub Nation. I'm being serious. We're talking about the Grizzlies up, their rise to stardom without Ja Morant was crazy. But looking at the box score, wasn't really that good of a game. Draymond Green put up 12 and 13, but that's really about it. Looking at the Spurs side of things, Lonnie Walker put up 24, and that's about it. And obviously a pretty lacking performance from Zach Collins scoring-wise, because although he had 11 points, he only ended up with 11 rebounds, he only ended up with 7 points. So credit on the rebounds. It would just be better if he was more of a scoring option heading into the play-in. I don't know what's going on with DeJounte. I really hope he's back for the play-in. That'd be a really cool team to see make the playoffs. Popovich. It'd be kind of awesome. Let's move on to the last game of the night, Kings and Clippers. George leads the Clippers past the Kings for their 4th straight victory. This Clippers team is on a streak. The return of PG is all they really needed to get a kickstart to their playoff run. They're now over 500, which is crazy. Paul George only playing 4 or 5 games of the season because he didn't play earlier in the year, did he? I don't know. I don't remember. He did. I don't know how long though. He's only played a fourth of the season, and they're still above 500, so it's pretty impressive. What the hell happened outside? I don't know. Should it be a concern? Maybe. But 22 points for Davion Mitchell for the Kings. Don't really like that. 22 for Davion Mitchell. This is a safe campus, by the way, so shouldn't be that worried. But looking at the Clippers, you have 15 and 12 for Ivica Zubac. I mean, the problem with the Kings, I mean, Harrison Barnes, he played 26 minutes and scored 3 points. Maybe that's a problem. He shot 25% from the field. 15 and 12 for Ivica Zubac. 23 and 12 for Paul George. And we're looking at a 20-point performance for Norman Powell, who is, I mean, if he played the whole year, he damn well could have been one of the 6 man of the year candidates. Like if he's coming off the bench, I don't know. They're pretty deep at the guard position. Well, I guess he's a forward. Do they really? I mean, Marcus Morris definitely has the size over him. That's probably why. Because realistically, Norman Powell is more of a 2 guard. But I think that's going to do it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. It's always been GCTV, giving you guys the best sports content. Tomorrow we have 3 album reviews and a single review and Attitude Era. Tomorrow's going to be flooded with content. You know the weekend with New Music Fridays, how it goes. Have a good rest.